Appears to be maybe a little bit of wind out there. That ball flew around a little bit, and Luke's ball really jumped out of here once it left the bat. There's no flags or anything, so it's really difficult to tell from here.
Richie Cleary will step to the plate, the wind, and the first pitch from Sheeter to him is grounded hard. Third baseman, a nice play. Ryan Ledden cutting across. His throw is in time. Credit Ryan Ledden with a nice stop there in good range. That's 3, but for the Newton Rams, they pick up 3. They do so on 2 hits. The 3-run homer to left center by Luke Allen to keep low. Rams did not leave anyone on base. Parkview did not commit an error in that inning. So after a half inning of play, good news for the Newton Ram fans. It's 3-0 as the Rams lead the Parkview Panthers. Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS is brought to you in part by East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular. Give them a call. They've got many special promotions. 786-6796. We can tell you about all of them.
If you're age 60 or better, Newton Federal has created benefits especially for you. Our Now Interest checking account pays current market interest on your entire checking balance, not just part of it, if you maintain a $100 balance. And we offer it to our 60-plus customers with no minimum balance requirements and no monthly maintenance fees. Talk with us today at Newton Federal Savings and Loan, FDIC insured. After all, you deserve the best.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch hedge shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A Garden Weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square in Covington.
Welcome back to Panther Park on the campus of Parkview High School. Newton Ram baseball, 8 Quad A South Sub-Region play. And if you're a Ram fan, the news is good. They jumped on top in the top of the first on a 3-run blast by Luke Allen. Here to bring you bottom of the first, Kevin Holden.
Bill Dolan, thank you very much. Parkview starts it off with Jeff Keppinger, their shortstop. Rest of their lineup goes like this. Ben Carter at second is the number 2 batter. Billy Keppinger in center bats third. Ryan Ledden, the third baseman, is the cleanup man. Caleb Smith is in right field hitting 6th. Brad Lewis, the DH, hit 6th. Matt Vickery at first. Todd Carlson, the catcher, and Brian Gilbreth in left are the bottom third of the Parkview order. Called strike, first pitch to Keppinger.
And the Rams, not much change on their lineup. Stephen Hires at first, Ryan Moon at second, Matt Easterday at shortstop, and Doyle Baker plays third base.
Allen's 0-1 offering, is back to the screen and outside, making a ball and a strike.
In the outfield, Bryce Avery's in left, Jarvis Johnson in center, Richie Cleary in right, Chris Middlebrooks behind the plate, and Luke Allen on the hill.
Luke Wines brings the 1-1 home. A curveball outside, make it 2-1. So far of Allen's first 3 pitches, he's thrown 2 curves to Keppinger, and the fastball has been out of the strike zone. 2-1. There's a fastball, just a tad low, make it 3-1.
Looked a little upset with himself. He thought he had made a good pitch there. It looked pretty close, but just a tad low.
Middlebrooks gives the signal. Here's Allen's wind and his delivery, low and outside, ball 4. So Parkview, like Newton, gets the first man on here in the first inning.
Of course, that's one thing you don't want to do, get a quick lead and then immediately walk the leadoff hitter. So Luke needs to just bear down and face the hitter and let his defense work behind him.
Richie Cleary pitched the complete game against the Winder Barrow Bulldogs yesterday, striking out 13, and so I doubt we'll see much of him. So this game is more or less Luke Allen's to win or lose, I would guess. Snap throw to first, runner is back. Ben Carter, a left-handed batter, takes the first offering low.
We have seen Matt Easterday come in late situations, and he's got enough stuff that if Luke has some problems, we may see Matt later.
Takes a look at first base. Runner is going with the pitch, or make the going. The pitch is swung on and popped foul left side. Last time that Luke Allen took the hill, the games against Troup County on March 23rd, right after the Brookwood game in which he pitched the last 2 innings. Stretch and the pitch, curveball, caught the outside corner for a strike, make it 1-2.
That may be one of the best curveballs I've ever seen Luke throw. That snapped right off the table. It broke about 8 inches and just froze the hitter at the plate.
Allen's had some trouble getting innings pitched, as a matter of fact, thanks to rainouts and odd scheduling. Not had the chance to pitch that much in the last month. There's a swing and a hard grounder towards second, could be two. Moon flips to Easterday for one, on to first. Double play, 4-6-3 in the scorebook, erasing Jeff Keppinger, the base runner. Now the Rams have to deal with only Billy Keppinger, and if they can retire him, they get Parkview down here in the first.
Got a great double play there. The Rams really looking better defensively. Brian Moon gave it to Matt Easterday in great shape. Matt with a good strong throw over to Steven at first, and Taylor made double play. That ball was hit hard, and Plug had him played perfect.
Now here is Billy Keppinger. Rams have nightmares about this guy. First pitch to him, he takes outside, ball one. He had a tremendous game last time the two teams played here, Bill.
Yes, he did. He hit 2 home runs and drove in 2 other runs with a ringing double off the left center field wall, driving in all 6 runs, and pitched a complete game job against the Rams, too.
Tremendous performance from Billy Keppinger. Takes a strike. Another good curveball from Allen that caught the outside corner.
I'd be real surprised if Mr. Keppinger sees anything but off-speed or breaking balls from Luke here. I really don't think you'll see much of a fastball.
1-1 pitch, another off-speed. Low and inside, ball 2. The last double play, Bill, that the Rams turned was back against the Brookwood Broncos back on the 22nd of March. They have not turned a double play since then. Of course, a lot of that has to do with the strikeout pitchers that have been out there. For example, Cleary striking out 13 last night.
What a great job by Rich hanging in there. He has really shown himself to be the horse of the staff when you really need him. He goes out there, gets the job done. A lot more strikeouts now than what we're used to seeing them.
38 strikeouts for Cleary in his last 22 innings. Allen winds, brings home the curveball, swung on and grounded towards short. Easterday has got it cleanly, gloves and fires, and they got him. For Parkview in the first inning, no runs and no hits. The leadoff walk erased thanks to the 4-6-3 wholesaler, 2 for the price of 1. And we played a full inning. Your score is 3-0. The Rams lead the Parkview Panthers from Lilburn, Georgia. We'll be back with more Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. We'd like to thank the folks at East Metro Communications for allowing us to bring you the Rams on the road this year.
The Bank of Covington offers full-service banking and convenient locations. And you can find what you want in a checking account, savings plan, simple interest loan, and 24-hour automatic banking that gives you access to over 8,000 ATMs throughout the Southeast and the USA. Just what you would expect from a leading financial institution. The Bank of Covington, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing. Termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
And we're back from Panther Field at Parkview High School. First batter up for the Newton Rams in the top half of the second is Lane Floyd. Checks his swing at the first offering. Did not go around. It's ball 1. Ben Sheeter winds and delivers. Hard liner past the first baseman and into right field. Floyd will round first base and hold up there. Matt Vickery, the first baseman for the Panthers, having trouble. Got a bad hop there.
And I think they're going to call that a base hit. It looked like the ball was ripped and by him, and by the time he got down to it, he wasn't able to quite get to it. Good job of hitting. He's really turned it around in the last couple of games, those home runs that he missed. But Lane turned on that pitch and ripped it well, and thought about a minute about going for 2.
Go to first base. He is back in. In fact, the base runner and the hitter for the Rams here, Lane Floyd and Doyle Baker, are both very disappointed that Winder game, the first Winder game, didn't count. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Here's Baker. Lefty versus righty here. Baker's bunting, pops it right back our way. Foul. 0-1.
Peter has come a real strange to the first time when he threw over there. It was the closest thing I've seen to a ball not being called in quite some time. And then when he came home there, he really almost came towards first. So I wouldn't be surprised if your coach Don Shepard gets on the umpire about the talk. You know how he likes to talk to them.
And the runner was going. They've got him picked off. Throw from first down to the shortstop. They tag him as he goes in. So it is 1-3-6. Lane Floyd is caught stealing. 1 down here. Strong fundamentals early on from both these teams. Back to Lane Floyd and Doyle Baker. Floyd hit 2 home runs in consecutive innings against Winder. on Saturday. Doyle Baker was 3 for 3 with a triple and a pair of singles. Unfortunately, none of that counts. Baker swings, pops one high on the right side, but it's out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to the Rams' number 8 batter. Bryce Avery on deck. Came out of his slump a little bit last night with 2 base hits, one of them driving in a key run for the Rams. Baker with the open stance awaits the 0-2 offering. Curveball swung on and missed. That's the first strikeout for Ben Sheeter, and 2 down now here in the second.
And Doyle really looked fooled by that. Give his usual cut there. Just kind of, he choked up on the bat, just kind of gave it a half swing and pulled badly by the pitch.
Sheeter with excellent location started that pitch right in the middle of the strike zone and broke it out. Bryce Avery swings and drives one deep to left field. Ryan Gilbreth is back near the track, makes the catch close to the wall in the shadows of the outfield wall. So Bryce Avery gives one a ride to the outfield but comes up with nothing. Rams with a hit, but nothing else other than that. And the base runner Lane Floyd, caught stealing, wiped that one out. So after an inning and a half, your score still 3-0 in favor of the Rams. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. We want to thank East Metro Communications. They've allowed us to bring you the Rams on the road this year. Stop by and see them for special promotion. They're on Highway 278 in Covington.
There are some who say you can't put a price on quality, but here at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, you'll find it's more affordable. That's because you can now get the legendary quality of a Toro Recycler lawnmower for as little as $299. Toro's exclusive recycler technology cuts grass clippings so well you could even miss a week and still get a great-looking lawn without bagging. Stop in and see us today at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, where you can get the Toro you've always wanted for as little as $299. So you finally decided this is the year you'll buy that new Toro Recycler lawnmower. You know, the one that gives you a great-looking, healthy lawn without bagging? Well, we at Coast to Coast Home and Auto would like to be the first to congratulate you on your excellent sense of timing. That's because for qualified buyers, you can buy it now with no payments or interest charges for 90 days. 90 days is as good as cash here at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, where you'll not only get a great Toro mower, you'll also buy some time. At Coast to Coast Home and Auto, we...
And welcome back to Newton Ram baseball. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Rams on top, and here's Kevin Holden.
Thanks, Bill Dolan. Ryan Ledden, the first man up for Parkview. Takes a good curveball just off the outside part. It's 1-0, and Luke Allen got a strong curveball early on here. He'll face Ledden, followed by Caleb Smith and Brad Burris. Wind and the pitch, fastball back to the screen. So while Allen has the curveball working, the fastball has been a little wild.
Looks like he's going back a little bit to that old tendency, trying to overthrow on the fastball. The curveball mechanics go get the fastball, trying to get that little extra gas on it.
He brings home the 1-1 offering, swung on, bounced to third baseman Doyle Baker, who has it cleanly, and his throw is in time. Not counting the game against Troup County, Allen is 2-1 with an ERA of 0.54 this year. In 13 innings, he has given up 10 hits and walked 4 and struck out 10. So Luke Allen, his senior year, has really come alive and been the star pitcher the Rams have needed him to be.
Kind of tough to lose a couple of games, but not giving up any earned runs. Defense fell apart a couple times.
Allen's first pitch is a fastball low and outside to Caleb Smith, 1-0. He did lose to Troup County 2-0 on a pair of unearned runs. He also lost to Fayette County, giving up only 1 earned run. 1-0 offering is inside. He gave up 7 in that game, but 6 of them unearned. Rams made 6 errors against Fayette County that day. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike with the fastball, 2-1.
That was a good fastball. Caught the outside corner. Pitch.
The Wade. Pitch on the way home. Swung on it. Driven to right center field. Jarvis Johnson on his horse makes the catch in right center. A good play from the Rams center fielder this afternoon. 2 down. Johnson hasn't played a lot of center, Bill, so he's got a little different angle off the bat.
He's got the good speed, though, and he got to that ball and actually made it look kind of easy. When it was first hit, it looked like it had a chance to plug the gap. The Rams look like they brought the leather with them. Glad to see Doyle Baker make that good play. The Ram infield turning 2. They're going to need to do that to beat this team. Parkview, a very tough team. Rams need to perform well fundamentally.
Here's Brad Burris. He takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Rams have some extra speed in the outfield with Johnson and Avery out there. That pitch is a strike at the knees on the outside corner, evens it up.
This guy's knees are about our shoulder. They say he's 6'7", and I believe.
1-1 offering to him. He's got a big strike zone, and he takes a strike there, 1-2. Brad Burris DHing for the pitcher, Ben Sheeter. Rams are DHing for their center fielder this afternoon. The 1-2 offering. Swung on and bounced. Luke Allen on the third base side fields it, and his throw is in time. Parkview, 1-2-3. They go down here in the second. So after 2 innings, Rams maintain the 3-0 lead. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by the folks at East Metro Communications, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
Bulldog Tire Company is your complete car care center. They take off tires, wheels, have wheel alignment, tune-ups, brake service, road and farm service, radiator repair, wrecker service, and much more. That's Bulldog Tire Company. Talk to owner Tommy Coker at 787-6030, 787-6030. Bulldog Tire Company, 4108 Elm Street in Covington. Bulldog Tire Company.
East Metro Paging is your hometown paging company, offering quality Motorola pagers and coverage options ranging from Metro to nationwide. East Metro handles their billing and repairs in-house. That means if you have a problem with your pager, you're not passed off to someone else. East Metro Paging offers their customers free of charge a loaner pager if their unit should need repairs. And if you're considering a pager, or if you're interested in moving your pager service to a dealer that specializes in communications, call East Metro Paging, 786-6796. You can also visit their store at 7115 Highway 278, a quarter-mile east of Newton General in Covington. East Metro Paging is a division of East Metro Communications Incorporated, this area's oldest communications dealer.
Welcome back to Panther Field in Lilburn, Georgia at Parkview High School. Rams lead 3-0 as we head to inning number 3. Matt Easterday leads it off. He's got a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. After Easterday, we'll see Ryan Boone and then Stephen Hires. Ben Sheeter winds, delivers, and Easterday pops one high to center field, but Billy Keppinger in his tracks will make the play, and that's the first out.
Matt still has gotten to where he's making good contact with the ball now, and must be something about Winder Barrow, Kevin. Even the game that was rained out, Matt hit a home run. Last year in the only game there, he hit a home run, and then finally last night he hit another home run. So he's the only Ram player that has hit a home run in every game they played at Winder Barrow.
That's exactly right. The last 2 years, he's been tremendous up there. Here's Ryan Moon. Takes a pitch up high, ball 1. And talking about that Winder thing, Bill, when he came in the 6th inning against Winder last night to face the left-hander Kevin Sr., Wind in the 1-0 offering is swung on and dribbled to right center field. Billy Keppinger going to have a long run, but he makes the play. Keppinger showing his speed out there for the second out. Talking, though, about Easterday and Winder. They brought in Kevin Sr., the Bulldogs did in the 6th inning to face Easterday, and his eyes lit up because he hit a long home run off Kevin Sr. earlier on. One of the things he said he was doing was picking up pitches from Kevin Sr., the left-hander, and I think it's that sharpness, seeing the ball at Winder, that helped him there. First pitch inside to Hire.
Ben Sheeter not exactly fooling the Ram hitters. That ball was drilled by Ryan Moon. That's about as far as I've ever seen Ryan throw one. And the ball hit by Easterday, not a bad play. Keppinger shows good range out there in center field.
Sheeter throws a strike to Hires. And yes, Billy Keppinger, like Luke Allen, is a pitcher who has a lot of speed in center as well. There's a swing and a miss. That looked like a cut fastball from Sheeter, tailing away from the right-hander.
Kind of that natural Scroogey effect that a left gets. And Stephen's eyes lit up. It looked like it was going to be a good pitch. Good get it.
1-2 pitch, lays off the outside off-speed pitch, 2-2. 2 down here in the top half of the third. We are moving right along top of the third, and we're barely a half hour into this game. Wind the 2-2 pitch. Line back this way, foul. Remains 2-2. Bill, be happy that you weren't at Winder Saturday or Tuesday. We played a 4-inning game up there Saturday that was about 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and we're in the 4th inning when it was rained out. And then the game against Winder last night ran right at 3 hours. Wind the 2-2 pitch. Curveball inside.
Stephen Hires has shown me something here. He's shown a real good eye. He's had some excellent at-bats where he has battled back from low in the count, fouled some pitches off, stuck with it, and ended up course based on balls.
And there's the 3-2, and it's low and inside ball 4. And so, just as you say it, he shows the good eye at the plate and gives the Rams a 2-out base runner.
Every once in a while, the color commentator looks good, doesn't he? Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that.
You can make yourself look great when you can talk about a hitter who's as good as Stephen Hires, because he has certainly shown himself to be worthy of hitting in the middle of this Ram order. Here's Luke Luke Allen, he saw a pitch to his liking and drove it over the fence in the first. Throw to first base here, and Hires is back in. So they'll probably watch how they're pitching to Luke Allen here.
I don't imagine they'll see a fastball up. They're probably going to see off-speed stuff and a breaking ball down and away from them.
Cheater brings the first one. It's a fastball popped up left field. This one isn't going to quite have the distance. Brian Gilbreth, the left fielder, is under it and makes the catch. No hits for the Rams, no runs. They leave one man on first base. And after 2.5 innings of play, the Rams on the 3-run homer from Luke Allen in the first still lead it here 3-0. It's Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430. East Metro Communications helps to bring you Ram Baseball on the road in 1996.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Why not join Bill Dolan and Kevin Holden from 9 to 10 for the Saturday Morning Super Trivia Spectacular? That's your chance to win prizes and show your knowledge of trivia right here on WGFS AM 1430.
At Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, we've got you covered with vinyl, wallpaper, carpet, wood, parquet, VCT tile, interior design service, carpet cleaning service, and blinds. They're the largest and most complete carpet store serving Newton, Rockdale, and Morgan counties, Lake Oconee, and surrounding areas. They specialize in residential and commercial flooring. Their professional carpet consultants and interior designer will bring samples to your home, take measurements, and quote you a price all in one visit. Call them, Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, 786-9245, 786-9245, or in Madison, 342-3869. 342-3869. Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies.
Camper Field at Parkview High School. Newton Ram Baseball. Luke Allen on the hill with a 3-0 lead. Here to bring you the bottom of the third already as we're flying along. Kevin Holt.
Thank you very much, Bill Dolan. This might be the easiest job I've ever done to earn my pay, at least shortest time-wise here, as the play-by-play announcer for the first half. You realize that I might be on the air as a play-by-play man for about 45 minutes at the rate we're going here.
Well, unless it means a long inning for the Rams, I hope that's all it is, and then I'll try to keep them at bay for the rest.
Bottom third of the Parkview order, Matt Vickery, Todd Carlson, and Brian Gilbreth. Bill, which inning is the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding inning today?
I believe it's going to be the 5th inning.
Okay, we're going to see if something can happen there. First pitch from Allen hits Matt Vickery. Right-handed batter, and Allen was trying to throw that slow curveball, but that one stayed a little too far inside. He couldn't snap it off, so Parkview with a first pitch base runner thanks to Vickery being hit by a pitch.
Yeah, that was definitely a slow breaking ball. Probably didn't hurt too much on Matt Vickery, but obviously not an intentional thing there. Just a curveball that didn't snap off.
And now here's Carlson. Allen will make the snap throw to first base, and the runner is back. Allen being much more of a pitcher than a thrower. He did walk the leadoff man. Another throw to first base, and if that one had been on line, they might have caught Vickery. But the throw was to the foul side at first base. Hires couldn't apply the tag. Allen has walked one and struck out no one in this game so far. Wind and the pitch. Strike with the curveball. 0-1.
Good sharp breaking curveball. Luke might have gotten a little benefit there of the neighborhood of the outside part of the plate, but the umpire's been calling that outside pitch.
Going to go to first base again, and the runner is back. We were talking about pitch selection to someone who's hit a home run, and what they did with Luke Allen there was just come right back at him with a fastball. Another throw over, and again to the foul side, or else Hires might have had a shot at Matt Vickery. When Matt Easterday hit the home run yesterday against Winder Barrow, he probably saw one more good pitch and 3 more at-bats. There's a fastball back to the screen from Allen. That'll move the runner up, the wild pitch, and again, Allen with the fastball having trouble with the control.
Been doing basically the same thing, low and away and just out of the reach of Chris Middlebrook. He reached across his body and managed to get a little bit of leather on it, but unable to make the squeeze. So definitely a wild pitch from Luke Allen, and that's for the first time now the Parkview Panthers have a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
So Vickery, after being hit by a pitch, advances to second on a wild pitch. Rams in the 6th inning against Winder. Last night, back into the game by scoring a pair of runs until there were 4 wild pitches from Winder in 1 inning that helped them do that. Rams had some benefit from the Winder pitching there. Stretch, Luke Allen brings it home. The curveball missing up high. 2-1.
All of a sudden, Luke seems to have lost the bite on his curveball, and he's get that curveball back. His fastball, though a good one, is definitely hittable.
2-1 pitch, a fastball missing outside. So he's behind here 3-1. Ryan Gilbreth, the number 9 hitter for Parkview, on the on-deck circle. Stretch, and here's the pitch. Strike called around the outside part, make it 3-2, and very reminiscent of the game that the Rams played against the Salem Seminoles, Bill. Seems to be some strike calls a little around the outside part.
Definitely the old neighborhood out there.
3-2 popped up high and deep to right center field. Jarvis Johnson going to be called off by the right fielder, Richie Cleary, and he makes the play for the first out. But in the Salem game, Bill, as we were talking about before, that was the semifinals of the South Metro tournament, and a lot of strike calls that at least seemed from up here to be just off the black of the outside part, or perhaps quite a bit off of the black.
Well, it was tough calls. It really took the bat out of some of the hitters' hands because he was calling strikes so far outside that he couldn't have hit it with a 10-foot pole.
Now Brian Gilbreth, the left-handed batter. Runner at second, but 1 out now. Allen brings the first one home, bounce towards third. Doyle Baker looks the runner back. His throw is in time, and that's going to keep Vickery at second base. And Doyle Baker, you could call him probably one of the most improved Rams, at least defensively, from the beginning of the season till now.
Really worked hard with it. And talked to his dad a little bit, who said he hit grounder after grounder at him, getting him working on that leather. And he had a little problem throwing. He's worked on his throwing, too. Another good play there. Held the runner and made a good, strong throw. Rams could get out of this, but a tough hitter into the dish.
Jeff Keppinger walked his first time. He is the leadoff man for Parkview, so you've got to know he's dangerous. First pitch is inside to him.
There are some reports that he may be a better hitter than his older brother.
And Billy Keppinger has done plenty of damage to the Newton Rams over the last few years. Middlebrooks with the sign stretch from Allen. He brings it home, and that's a strike with the slow curveball. Allen is almost exactly the opposite of the way a lot of pitchers are. Most pitchers able to spot the fastball but not the curve, and for Luke it's exactly the opposite right now. Takes a look at second, brings the 1-1 home, and there's the fastball about a foot outside.
Still struggling with that fastball on the outside part. Middlebrooks did a good job of getting that. Vickery looked like he was ready to go, thinking that might be one of the same things back to back.
2-1 pitch. There's a fastball, line to right field. Cleary coming on, has to jump to make the play, as it rose a little bit on him as it was headed to right field, but big, tall Richie Cleary had enough height advantage to make the play. And for Parkview, no runs, no hits. They do leave a man at second base, but the Rams get out without any damage. So after 3, your score is 3-0. Rams lead the Parkview Panthers in 8 Quad A South battle. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. We want to say thank you to East Metro Communications for helping us bring you the Rams on the road in 96. Give them a call, 786-6796.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch head shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A garden weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square in Covington.
Aside from choosing the right home, it's important to choose the right mortgage loan. At Newton Federal Savings and Loan, we're putting today's low rates together with prompt hometown service in offering special construction perm loans with one-time closing, conventional and balloon mortgages, and more. And servicing of your loan remains right here, too. Newton Federal Savings and Loan, 3175 Highway 278, Covington. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Newton Ram Baseball, top of the 4th inning with your play-by-play, Kevin Holden.
All right, Bill Dolan, we thank you very much. Off-speed pitch on the first pitch to Chris Middlebrooks. He swings and misses. It's 0-1. After Middlebrooks, it's Richie Cleary and Lane Floyd. Luke Allen with a big blow, a 3-run homer. There has been nothing for that since then for either team. There's a swing and a high pop fly. First base side, Vickery will watch it fall out of play. Middlebrooks in a hole here, 0-2.
Chris Middlebrooks, having missed a couple games, though still the team leader in RBIs, has done a tremendous job in clutch situations and has just been a big inspiration as the team leader also.
Wind at the 0-2 pitch, off speed in the dirt. Chris Middlebrooks, last night, for 5, did score a run thanks to the wild pitches, but he reached twice on errors by the Bulldogs, once by their first baseman, once by their third baseman. Here he takes the fastball off the inside corner. Rams pounded out hits against Winder last night, 10 of them. They left 6 men on base. Line the 2-2 pitch. That one's driven to left field. Gilbreth is going to go back on this one and watch it fly out of the yard over the scoreboard. A home run for Chris Middlebrooks. Make it 4-0 in favor of the Newton Rams. And Middlebrooks, who for a couple of games couldn't buy a base hit, got one there to his liking and put it over the fence.
He really got a hold of that one. It cleared that scoreboard's probably got to be, 20, 25 feet high, Kevin?
I would say.
And it completely cleared the scoreboard on the fly. As soon as he hit it, you could tell he had every bit of it. And that's got to be a big plus for Chris, getting him back into it. And I guess Randy breathes a sigh of relief that it's the 5th inning and not the 4th inning today.
That's right. Our wing-ding inning is the 5th inning. So if Middlebrooks had hit that 1 inning later, Randy at the Hard Luck Cafe would be giving away 100 hot wings. But, of course, the Rams will have the chance to make somebody a lucky winner next inning of 100 hot wings from the little red building down in the former Nationwide Shopping Plaza. Cleary swings and misses at the first offering, 0-1.
Richie looking a little better up there. That was a good cut he had at that pitch to the outside part of the plate. I like the way he's swinging a little better back in that box.
Takes one here low to make it 1-1. What was happening was Richie Cleary, to cut off the curveball, was standing near the front of the batter's box, but it took away his ability to hit the pitch that he hits the best, that being the fastball. 1-1, the curveball, he swings and misses 1 and 2.
Good pitch there by Ben Sheeter, outside part of the plate, and just coming in, Richie fished for it, unable to come up.
Todd Carlson flashes the signal. The 1-2 pitch on the way. It's bounced right up the middle and going to be past the reach of Ben Carter, the second baseman. It's a base hit for Cleary. So for Richie Cleary, he has reached base now 5 straight times, had 2 singles and 2 walks against Winder, plus the hit here. No, change that. He got it out of the first inning, so 5 of his last 6 times he's reached base.
Well, he had a real good chance of reaching that ball he hit back in the first inning, was it? In the first inning. Hit the ball hard between third and short, and a good play by the third baseman, Brian Led, actually robbed Richie of a base hit there, so that could have been his first another hit. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here, Kevin.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the day for Ben Sheeter, so while the Parkview Panthers make this pitching change, we're going to take a little break here. Ram Baseball on WGFS, brought to you in part by East Metro Communications, coming to authorized agent for Airtel Cellular.
If this is the year you look seriously at a lawn and garden tractor, we invite you to look at the solid Toro Wheel Horse 260 Series tractors. They're at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Power, performance, comfort, and styling all come together in this value-packed machine. Here's what you get: a 14 or 16 horsepower Toro Power Plus engine, a choice of 4 mowing decks ranging from 38 to 48 inches. Also available is the exclusive Toro Recycler deck that gives you a beautiful lawn without bagging. You can even till, plow, or throw snow using the unique Toro Attach-O-Matic hitch system that lets you hook up attachments easily without tools. The Toro 260 series of lawn and garden tractors. Come see us today at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Come see the Toro 260 series of lawn and garden tractors today. Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington.
And welcome back to Parkview High School, Panther Field. Newton Rams have knocked out the starting pitcher. Here to tell you about the pitcher coming in to pitch and bring you the rest of the Ram innings. Kevin Holden.
Thank you, Bill Dolan. Our new pitcher is Tommy Roche. Roche, a right-hander. Rams, after seeing 3 innings of the lefty, will have to face Tommy Roche, the right-hander here. Swing, lays a fastball into Lane Floyd. He pops it up, foul out of play. After Floyd, we'll see Baker and Avery. Richie Cleary is at first base. No one out. Rams have scored another run here on the long home run from Chris Middlebrooks.
That was followed by a base hit by Richie, and that was the end of the day for Mr. Sheets.
Give you the line on him in just a moment. Throw to first base. Runner is back. Sheeter, in 3 innings, faced 15 batters, giving up 4 runs, all of them earned. On 5 hits, 2 of them homers. He walked 1 and struck out 1. His pitch to Floyd, a strike. Roche's pitch to Floyd, a strike. Near the outside part, make it 0-2.
And that was in the neighborhood of about that.
Those calls being given to both the Rams and the Parkview Panthers. And if you ask either of these head coaches, they'll say, if you're going to call it, keep it consistent. consistent, and that's what they did there. Stretch. Roche looks Cleary at first base. Not headed anywhere. The off-speed. Floyd swings and misses. That's out number one.
Floyd way out in front there looking for the number one, the heater, the fastball, if you will. And he got the off-speed pitch. Good pitch there by Roche, and it really fooled Lane badly there.
Now here's Baker, who struck out his last time. In fact, he's hitless in his last couple of games now. 0 for 4 last night. Cleary, the delayed steal. Here's the throw to second base, and it's to the third base side of the bag. So Cleary with the delayed stolen base. And the first pitch to Baker, I believe, was a ball. So we have a runner in scoring position, the Rams do, with one out. And Richie Cleary executing the delayed steal.
Did that in the Parkview game at Riverside Park last year that led to the winning run.
Pitches in the dirt, a good stop from Todd Carlson to keep Cleary at second. Make it 2-0 to the Rams' third stacker, Doyle Baker.
Richie did that to perfection. He timed it just right. The catcher had his head down, getting ready to throw back to the pitcher, and all of a sudden looked up, Richie was going, and a good throw might have had him, but the throw was to the shortstop side of the back.
Baker swings and pops one high to left field. Brian Gilbreth coming over into left center. He'll be called off by Billy Keppinger, who makes the play, and that's the second out, but a well-hit ball from Baker.
And Billy Keppinger's been quite busy out there in center field. He's caught 4 or 5 balls and shown a good range, and he does what a good center fielder is supposed to do. He takes charge out there and catches the balls that he's able to get to.
These Parkview Panthers, they'll throw strikes and let the Rams hit the ball. They don't have a lot of strikeouts to their credit, the exception of the 2 that they've had here, but they try to let the defense do the job. Avery takes a strike on the inside corner, and it appears here that the ball must carry very well to left and left center, because we've seen balls that have carried quite far out there. Stretch, Tommy Roche taking a look at Cleary at second base, brings home the 0-1, and Avery pops one right back this way at 0-2.
This is a guy you'd really like to see get going against Bryce Avery because of his tremendous speed. He gets one out in the gap, like you were talking about the one game. I mean, he's where someone else is thinking double. He's already rounded heading for third and just out by a whisker on that one play. But his tremendous speed, if he can start hitting the ball in the gap, will really be a plus for the Rams.
0-2, he swings and misses at a pitch about shoulder high. Avery goes down here. He's 0 for 2 in this affair after the 2-hit affair last night. However, the Rams do pick up one run thanks to the homer by Chris Middlebrooks. They had one other hit in the inning, and they left that man at second base. We're halfway home. Your score is 4-0 in favor of the Newton Rams in 8 Quad A South action. It's Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430. East Metro Communications helps to bring you the Rams in 1996.
East Metro Paging is your hometown paging company, offering quality Motorola pagers and coverage options ranging from Metro to nationwide. East Metro handles their billing and repairs in-house. That means if you have a problem with your pager, you're not passed off to someone else. East Metro Paging offers their customers free of charge a loaner pager if their unit should need repairs. And if you're considering a pager, or if you're interested in moving your pager service to a dealer that specializes in communications, call East Metro Paging, 786-6796. You can also visit their store at 7115 Highway 278, a quarter-mile east of Newton General in Covington. East Metro Paging is a division of East Metro Communications Incorporated, this area's oldest communications dealer.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Why not join Bill Dolan and Kevin Holden from 9 to 10 for the Saturday morning Super Trivia Spectacular. That's your chance to win prizes and show your knowledge of trivia right here on WGFS AM 1430.
Into baseball here is 4-0 over the Parkview Panthers as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Here's Bill Dolan bringing you play-by-play.
Thank you, Kevin Holden. And Ben Carter steps to the plate. He was a victim of a double play back at his first at-bat in the first inning. And the first pitch, a fastball up high for a called strike. He had about a two-hop shot to Ryan Moon, who fed Matt Easterday, and over to Stephen Hires for the perfect double play. Next one, a little bit low, 2-0 the count.
Allen missing with 2 straight fastballs. Bill, as good a hitting team and as knowledgeable a team as the Parkview Panthers are, Allen is going to have to start throwing that fastball for strikes because they'll lay off.
Here's the 2-0. And the old neighborhood outside part of the plate, and Luke gets the call. 2 ball, 1 strike. Carter will be followed by Keppinger, and then Billy Keppinger, that is, and then Ryan Ledden. And Carter fouls one down at his feet, rolls out towards Luke Allen.
Well, there's no doubt about this, Bill. Luke Allen has been able to throw the curveball for strikes throughout this game. In fact, we've seen him use it first pitch strike to a couple of these hitters.
As you were saying earlier, he is spotting the curveball and trying to come in with the fastball, kind of the opposite of what most players do. 2-2 the count. Allen brings it home. Shot up the middle. That's a base hit, and that'll be the first hit of the game for the Parkview Panthers. Ben Carter drilled it up the middle between the bag and Matt Easterday.
Ben Carter did a great job of staying in on that pitch and going just to a few feet to the off-field with it and right past Luke Allen, who was actually in good fielding position, but the ball was probably 5 feet to the third base side, and Allen, being right-handed, would have to come across his body with the glove to make the play.
That was a fastball that he got up just a little bit, and Ben Carter did a good job of hitting the rip. That is the first hit for Parkview Panthers. Ram infield looking for two. Billy Keppinger up to the plate. He grounded out to Matt Easterday his first time. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. Down and in on the left-handed batter, and Keppinger had trouble handling that.
Billy Keppinger has a very high leg kick, kind of gets the whole body cranking up before he swings the bat. You can see why he's hit a long home run.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And another pitch down low and in, and a great stop by Chris Middlebrook, keeping the ball from going back to the backstop.
They fed Keppinger a very steady diet of curveballs on his first at-bat, and he had the bounce out to Easterday, and I don't think they're going to change their game plan here.
Allen quickly over to first. Carter almost standing on the bag. Luke wanted to let him know he knows he's over there. Carter not a very big lead. Allen working with the 1-1 count. Here it comes to Keppinger. Swinging the ball, drilled down the right field line, but foul. Oh, and that ball had trouble written all over it, but it landed about 2 feet foul, and that'll have to come back.
And again, Billy Keppinger showing he's a smart hitter, staying in with the front side of his body on the off-speed pitch. But just couldn't stay back long enough. Another split second, and you're looking at probably a double down the right field line.
That ball hooked and kept hooking, and just did hook foul, Kevin. It was definitely ripped. But Billy Keppinger now in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Will have to protect the plate. Another throw to first. Ben Carter back in time. Nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-2 to Keppinger. Swing and foul back. Good job of protecting the plate there. Billy Keppinger went after an outside fastball and just did get a little bit of a piece of it, fouled it back behind the plate.
It works like this. When you're a number 3 hitter for a team that's the strongest part, you can pretty much assume that that's one dangerous man at the plate.
Here's the next one. Swinging back to Allen. He'll throw to Easterday at second for 1, over to first, not in time. Keppinger with good speed got down the line. A little bit slow trying to turn that double play. It looked like Matt and Plug had a little problem deciding who was going to cover there.
I think the other problem was that Luke Allen was hesitating on the throw, which had a lot to do with who was going to cover, but he may have had some trouble transferring that ball from glove hand to throwing hand, and by the time they decided who was going to cover, Keppinger was safe at first base. It would have taken a well-turned and very quickly turned play at second base to get Keppinger, though.
However, the important thing was they got the lead out, and now 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Snap throw to first, and Billy Keppinger back in time. Ryan Ledden, the 3rd baseman, up to the plate. His first at bat, he grounded out to his counterpart, Doyle Baker. Swinging, it's popped up into short right field. Ryan Moon over, and he drops the ball. He drops the ball, throw over to second base, and they'll get the force out. So Ryan Moon got all the way over there, and the ball just kind of popped out of his glove, but he alertly kept it at his feet, picked up, and threw over to Matt Easterday for the force out. So just mark that as a simple 4-6 force out in your book.
Ledden reaches on the fielder's choice, and for Ryan Moon, really it's a win-win situation. If he makes the catch, then Keppinger stays at first base. There was nowhere for him to go on the weak pop-up, but now it's Ledden, and maybe it helped the Rams because you know that Keppinger has speed. We're not sure about the speed of the cleanup batter, Ryan Ledden.
Caleb Smith, the right fielder, comes to the plate. The runner's going. We're going to see. Here's the throw, and he is safe as he beat it. Good, strong throw by Chris Middlebrooks, but I think the jump was the key there.
It sure was. I think Allen, with 2 outs, just concentrating on retiring Smith, and that allowed Ledden to get the 1 or 2 extra steps necessary to go into scoring position here.
Here's the pitch, grounded towards the right side. Stephen Hires up to Luke Allen, plenty of time, and they retire him. And a good job of getting out of trouble by Luke Allen. The Parkview Panthers do not score. They did have 1 hit and left 1 runner on base, no Ram errors. We head now to the top of the 5th inning. Your score is still Newton 4, Parkview nothing. This is exciting Newton Ram baseball. You're listening to it on your local leader, WGFS, AM 1430. And, of course, it's made possible by the fine folks down at East Metro Communications.
From Holden, Georgia, Parkview High School, the site of this 8 Quad A South battle. Rams lead 4-0. The wing-ding inning, Bill Dolan brings you play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Kevin Holden. And Matt Easterday is first hitter for the Rams, hitting here in the wing-ding inning, and he is hitting for Ted Cleary. And there are 100 hot wings on the line if Matt can take one out of the yard. Here's the pitch. Check swing on a curveball down in the dirt, and the count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Easterday's been watching tapes of Dave Justice holding the bat out there on the check swing. He's been doing that almost every game for the last week and a half.
Matt went yard yesterday. Can he do it today? Here's the pitch. Another check swing, and he once again holds it out there with the left hand. Doesn't quite throw it up in the air like David. Perhaps we'll see that later in the season. But it is a hitter's count now for Matt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Top of the order for the wing-ding inning, Kevin.
That's right. We have a good shot to give away 100 hot wings here if a batter can get a hold of one.
Here's the pitch to Easterday. Swinging a shot down the right field line. Curving. Foul. Easterday made a bid for a double down the right field line, but it cooked just foul.
Easterday going to the off-field, and he's probably one of the best on the Ram team at doing that, going to the off-field. That's helped him in the leadoff spot, too. Now, going back to what we were talking about, the wing-ding inning here, the Rams' chances to hit the home run. We mentioned earlier that 5 of the first 6 batters are right-handed for the Rams. Now, that, of course, will hurt them a little more here against Tommy Roche, where it helped them earlier against the lefty.
3-2, the shot up the middle. Second baseman cannot get it. And credit Matt Easterday with another base hit. The junior shortstop, his second hit of the ball game now, and he's 2 for 3. Matt's starting to swing a hot bat again.
So we want to tell the folks that if you'd like to become a part of the Hard Luck Cafe Wing-Ding Inning, send your name, address, and phone number on a postcard to the Wing-Ding Inning, care of WGFS, P.O. Box 869, Covington, Georgia, 30210. You can also bring it by our studios on Hendrick Street. Fax in an entry at 784-9892, or bring it by the Hard Luck Cafe.
Right. Ryan Moon steps up to the plate, and he's batting for Ken Malcolm of Covington, Georgia. Ryan made a bid for a home run his last at bat with a long fly to right center. Snap throw to first Easterday back in time. 100 hot wings, Kevin. I'm sure you would be very good friends with Ken Malcolm if Ryan Moon could take one deep here. Here's the first one. Up high for a ball. Easterday made a bluff and hurries back to first base.
It works like this, Bill. I would be friends with anybody who has any access to 100 hot wings. I think that they certainly could share. That's a lot of hot wings.
They wouldn't eat all of them, I don't think. 1-0 the count. Runner going. Pitch bunted, and it's a beauty. They will have no play but to first base, and he almost throws it away. Coach Shepard arguing vehemently that the first baseman came off the bag. And from my point of view, Kevin, it looked like he did pull him.
Yeah, the throw was kind of a nonchalant throw from Tommy Roche to the first baseman, Vickery, down the right field side. And Vickery had to really leap to go after that ball, and it's arguable. And the base umpire is going to receive a protest here from Joe Brassfield saying the same thing.
I think Coach Brassfield asked him to check with the home plate umpire, and I could tell the base umpire said, no, that's my call. And he wasn't even going to. Of course, he does not ever have to ask another umpire for assistance there. If he felt he was on the base, then it's really not that's more of a judgment call. He really can't ask for assistance. Stephen Hires to the plate. And who's he hitting for, Kevin?
He is hitting for Stacy Cotton, who lives in Covington, Georgia. And Stacy is our testing with the next shot at 100 hot wings, and I'm sure that Stephen Hires wouldn't mind bringing that runner home and giving her 100 hot wings.
Here's the pitch. And that's the strike called. I don't know if Stacy would appreciate you calling him her, but
that's the danger of names like that.
That's true.
I do not know who Stacy Cotton is. Apparently you do.
Here's the 0-1 to Steven. Down in the dirt. Good block once again by the catcher, Todd Carlson. He's going to have some bruises on his forearms after today. He's had a couple of shots into the chest and the arm. Even Hires a chance to win 100 hot wings for Stacy Cotton. There's a fastball up at about Bill level. Bill of the cap, that is. 2-1 the count now. 1 out. The top of the 5th inning, the Rams on top 4-0 with a chance to score more. Easterday dances off second. Here's the pitch to Hires. Breaking ball up a little bit high. And that makes the count now 3-1.
Now on a 3-1 pitch, Hires can look for something to drill here. If he swings and misses, it goes to 3-2. If he gets one to his liking, Casey Cotton might have himself 100 hot wings.
Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball, waist high outside corner. That runs the count full now, 3-2. By the way, on that previous play, of course, Ryan Moon does get credit for the sacrifice. Laid down a beautiful bump with the runner going and almost ended up on base himself. Here's the pitch. Set down to second and almost into center field. A great leaping effort by Ben Carter to come up with the ball and keep it from going into center field as Tommy Roche tried to gun it into center field.
Roche has had success against the hitters, but has had trouble with his throws to the various bases, plays that he's had to make the last few innings here.
And Matt Easterday had to be quick getting back into second base, and looking like Sam Allen of years gone by. Here's the payoff pitch, and a dribbler down to third baseline, foul. Coach Brassfield keeps it foul and tosses it back out to Tommy Roche, pitcher.
Brassfield keeping the old right arm warm for future batting practice sessions with the Rams, and I'm sure that they'll have in the next few weeks. Big games coming up.
Once again, Stephen Hires battling at the plate. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and fouled right back at it. Get a good cut at a high fastball.
Hires a patient hitter, and he'll foul off some two-strike pitches. He's been known to do that throughout the year.
And that paid off as he had a base on balls. His last at bat after grinding out to the second base the first time. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Tommy Roach. Fastball outside corner, knee high, and Stephen unable to come up with it.
I think Hires was fooled by that pitch. I think he was looking for something a little farther inside. Now here's Luke Allen. Luke is hitting for
Elizabeth Belcher of Covington, Georgia. Here's the pitch to Luke. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Ram hitters not getting sheeted with their cuts up there, but Luke unable to come up with that high fastball. We have 2 outs now in the top of the 5th. Easterday dances from second. Allen here's out at Roche. Here's the pitch. Swing and foul back to the backstop. Kind of a low inside pitch, and looks like it might have gotten a little bit of a piece of the catcher there. Todd Carlson, he's got something in his eye, or he appears to be all right now, though. Luke will have to protect the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Roche ready to work quickly. Comes the 0-2. Swinging a number right back to the mound. Roche up with it, over to first in time, and that'll do it for the Rams in the top of the 5th. They scored no runs. They did have 1 base hit and left 1 runner on. There were no Parkview errors. We head now to the bottom of the 5th. Your score is still Newton 4, Parkview on the Schneid. Newton Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by Joe and Bert, all the fine folks down at East Metro Communications.
Bulldog Tire Company is your complete car care center. They take off tires, wheels, have wheel alignment, tune-ups, brake service, road and farm service, radiator repair, wrecker service, and much more. That's Bulldog Tire Company. Talk to owner Tommy Coker at 787-6030, 787-6030. Bulldog Tire Company, 4108 Elm Street in Covington. Bulldog Tire Company.
What's the crowd favorite at parties any time of the year? Why, it's hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. With flavors ranging from extra mild to TNT, they can placate any palate. There are 3 convenient locations to serve you, one in Madison, one in Conyers, and the original Little Red Building in Covington. So stop by for the best hot wings around, or call ahead so your order will be ready when you get there. In Covington, the number is 787-0421. That's 787-0421.
South action, Newton Rams and the Parkview Panthers. And as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5, Bill Dolan will bring us the play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Kevin Holden. The Rams on top, doing a fine job, holding on to that 4-0 lead. The Panthers will send up the designated hitter, Brad Boris. He'll be followed by Matt Vickery and the catcher, Todd Carlson. Luke Allen has started and gone the distance. He's only given up 1 base hit so far in the ballgame. And hit a batter, and I don't think he has walked one batter. Here's a pitch on first pitch, grounded to Ryan Moon. Bobbles it momentarily up over to first, one down.
Ryan Moon at second base has been probably the steadiest defensive force even through the tougher times defensively. Moon is still without an error in 1996.
And fortunately for him, there was a runner on first base as he dropped the pop fly at the previous inning. He was able to get an easy force out. Scorebook looks like a routine ground ball.
That would have been his first error if there had been no one on base.
Matt Vickery got hit by a pitch his first at bat, and there's a breaking ball that just doesn't quite snap in. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Luke working very quickly, brings the 1-0 home, and it's a fastball outside corner at the knees, 1-1.
There's a fastball that was spotted well from Luke Allen. He has done well going the distance so far.
Very sharp, changing his pitches around. Working quickly again, here's the 1-1, breaking ball. There's a shot up the middle for a base hit. Jarvis Johnson fields it and brings it back in. Balls hit for hits have been solid shots.
Both of them right up the middle, and both of them within about 5 or 10 feet of the pitcher. And talking about Luke Allen going the distance, the way that this 96 Ram team reminds me a lot of the team from 2 years ago that made it to the Final Four in the state, is that they're getting a lot of complete games now from their pitchers. They've had consistent pitching performance time after time, and if you remember that year, the Rams had Judd Hall and Matt Taylor, Lance Cawthon, Cale Curtis as their 4-star pitchers. They had a lot of complete games, and that certainly helped and kept a lot of arms at rest.
It really did. Todd Carlson, the backstop, steps up. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. And, of course, maybe the surprise of the staff this year is the fine job Jason Lunsford has done in stepping up, and he's thrown several complete games. 1-0 the pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball. That's low and away. Ball 2 now.
Lunsford leads the team, as a matter of fact, Bill, with 4 wins. He's got 2 complete games and 1 shutout to his credit, and was part of another one.
Here's the 2-0. Swinging a ground ball to short. Might be 2. Easterday boots it over to second, and they get 1, but there will be no throw. That Easterday bobbled it momentarily, but kept his composure and got the toss over to Ryan Moon to get the force out.
There is not an error there because you cannot assume a double play. If you were to assume anything, that probably could have been a double play ball if Easterday had come up with it cleanly. So Rams have bobbled a couple in the middle infield here, but fortunately they've recovered well.
And looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in here for catcher. That rule, of course, came into play this year. The catcher and the pitcher can have a courtesy runner every time. Helps speed up the game.
Matt Pointer is the man running at first base for Carlson.
And Brian Gilbert, the left fielder, hits now with 2 outs. Allen checks and fires. Strike! Outside corner fastball.
Gilbert a grounder to third baseman Doyle Baker his last time, and Baker continues to show the good glove at third.
Runner gets his lead at first. Here's the 0-1 from Allen. Swing and foul back. He's quickly ahead now. No balls. 2 strikes.
Bill, I think it's safe to say that the Rams' comeback last night was a big momentum builder for this game. They took it into the first inning as they scored those 3 runs. And the comeback, they were trailing down to their last strike last night and came back to score a pair.
Runner going, pitch, grounded. Ryan Moon all over, comes up with it over to first in time. So the Rams dodge another bullet. For the Parkview Panthers, no runs. They did have 1 hit, no Newton errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head now to the top of the 6th inning in a game just over an hour old. Your score is still Newton 4, Parkview 0. This is Newton Ram Baseball, brought to you on your local leader, WGFS AM 1430. And we'd certainly like to thank the fine folks down at East Metro Communication who help make these broadcasts possible.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing. Termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
At Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, we've got you covered. With vinyl, wallpaper, carpet, wood, parquet, VCT tile, interior design service, carpet cleaning service, and blinds. They're the largest and most complete carpet store serving Newton, Rockdale, and Morgan counties, Lake Oconee, and surrounding areas. They specialize in residential and commercial flooring. Their professional carpet consultants and interior designer will bring samples to your home, take measurements, and quote you a price all in one visit. Call them, Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, 786-9245, 786-9245, or in Madison, 342-3869, 342-3869. Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies.
And welcome back to Panther Park as the Newton Rams are doing battle with the Parkview Panthers. Chris Middlebrooks just fouled one straight back over our head. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the top of the 6th inning. I'm Bill Dolan with your play-by-play. Sitting alongside me, Kevin Holden bringing you the color commentary. And here's the 1-1 to Middlebrooks. Curveball dribbled down the third base line and foul, and Coach Joe Brassfield keeps it there.
Chris Middlebrooks has helped his confidence tremendously as the season has gone along, and his previous at-bat, the home run over the scoreboard, you've got to know is going to help him as we go along here in the season. Knowing that he hit one off of the Panthers is going to help him in other sub-region affairs.
Tommy Roche brings the 1-2 home, and Middlebrooks drills at the right center. Temperature on his horse. He won't get that one, and that falls in for a base hit. Chris Middlebrooks, suddenly the lumber comes to life. A long home run, and now a base hit. And I think we'll see, yes, Matt Vaughn coming out of the dugout to run for Middlebrooks.
Poor Chris Middlebrooks has been catching every game this year, and probably the only runs scored he has to his credit are when he hits the home run. Because every time he reaches first base, Matt Vaughn comes in to run for him. So Vaughn, with about 3 at-bats this year, has scored at least half a dozen times, probably more now, counting the Winder game. And Middlebrooks, who's hit very well, has probably scored 2 or 3 times all year.
Big Richie Cleary steps to the plate. Pickoff throw over. Vaughn back in safely.
That's where knowledge of the game, especially the changes in the rules, will help you out, because someone who sees that would have to wonder about a stat like that, but it's the courtesy runner rule that's making that possible.
It's to Cleary inside for a ball. Brushing him back off the plate. Richie ahead in the count 1-0.
Bill, one reason this game has gone along very fast is the pitchers are working quickly, they're throwing strikes, and the defense is performing well, at least for the most part, for both sides.
Another throw to first. Vaughn back in time. Plus the fact I've never seen teams between innings go through their warm-up tosses so quick. They're just not wasting any time. They must have dinner dates or something. Here's the 1-0 to Cleary. Another pitch inside and low, and Richie with a good eye goes ahead 2-0 in the count.
Now, in some places like Salem or Clark Central, you'd see quick warm-up pitches because of the lights, but Parkview has one of the nicer facilities we've seen anywhere, and they certainly have lights here, so that's not an issue.
Here's the 2-0. Cleary drills it into the hole. Another base hit for Richie as he drilled it into left field between the third baseman and the shortstop. Rams have something going here. 2 base hits in a row. And that's going to bring the designated hitter, Lane Floyd, to the plate. Lane so far has a base hit and also went down swinging on a tough pitch his last at bat.
This will be the first time, no, it'll be the second time he's seen the right-hander Roche. In fact, he was the first man to see Roche back in the 4th and struck out.
Knowing Coach Brassfield, you see perhaps a sacrifice here.
I would say so.
Here's the pitch. Floyd takes the pitch. Yes, it's a ball. I don't know why it wasn't a strike. It must have been a little bit off the inside part of the plate, but it was a good-looking pitch.
Good location from Roche there, right on the inside part.
And 1-0 the count. Matt Vaughn dances off second. Richie Cleary off first. And here's the pitch way outside.
The home plate umpire, excuse me, Bill, the home plate umpire setting up on the inside part at the right shoulder of Todd Carlson, catcher, which would explain the problems with the outside part, but not with the inside part, because that certainly was a good first pitch.
2-0. Here's the pitch to Lane. And up high, checks the swing. They're going to ask for help from the base umpire, and he calls it. Does he win? Now, once again, I have just a little problem with an umpire that's out there at the shortstop position. He has no angle. How can he make a call any better than the home plate umpire?
And when you have 2 umpires like that, it's very difficult. And for the home plate umpire to ask for help in the major leagues, it's a different story. You've got a first or third base umpire who sees it a lot better.
Pickoff play. Vaughn dives back in just in time. Because it appeared from our angle that Floyd actually did get a pretty good job of checking the swing. 2-1 the count, though, nonetheless. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. Roach brings it home. And there's the bunt. Oh, but it just goes foul. We smelled sacrifice, and it was just a matter of time. And Lane tried to push it. Actually, more of an attempt to get a base hit there. He tried to push it down the third baseline. I'm sure he would have third baseman was back, he probably would have had a base hit loading the base.
Well, the two things that he did to make you think it was for a base hit, one, he was very quick in squaring it. Two, he bunted it towards third and not first.
2-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That ball might go at the wall. He jumps and adios. There it is. Lane Floyd finally gets it. A 3-run dinger, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bill, let's hope it makes it 7-0 because Richie Cleary and Lane Floyd nearly passed. Well, Floyd nearly passed Cleary at first base. Let's see if they count all those runs. I think they will. But I'll tell you this much: Lane Floyd nearly passed Cleary on the base pass at first base. But what Floyd did there, got an inside pitch, turned on it, just like he did against Winder in those 2 home runs that didn't count there this past Saturday, and just got one up in the air, stayed up for a long time, a mile high.
That may be one of the highest towering drives, and when he first hit it, I thought it was long gone, and then the right fielder fooled me a little bit, but it got out of here, and that's a big blow, because that's really a big push for the Rams, up 7-0 now. That brings Doyle Baker up, and he's quickly ahead, 1 ball, no strike. Swinging a base hit, maybe. Shortstop can't get it. Yes, a base hit for Doyle Baker. And the Rams with the hitting shoes on now, Kevin.
4 consecutive base hits for the Rams here to start the 6th inning. Still no one out. They've scored 3, and they've got Bryce Avery up, who, as you know, hit a long shot to left field in his first at-bat before striking out on a pitch up around the eyes his last time up. So the Rams could continue the hit parade here.
3 home runs for the Rams today, but none in the wing-ding inning. So we're still at 100 hot wings come Friday against Bergmar. Runner going, pitch bunted right back here, and up out of play against the backstop. Rams trying to get more ahead, the bunt and run going. Baker with a good jump off of first, and Bryce Avery trying to lay one down. Didn't do a very good job at it as he popped it back to the backstop. Fortunately, the catcher couldn't get to it.
Avery has got a tremendous amount of speed, and if he could learn the very strong bunting techniques that some of these hitters have, he would be just flat-out dangerous. He would be a lot more than a number 9 hitter in this order, but he hasn't had the chance to practice bunt very much.
Here's the 0-1 to Bryce. Swing and a miss at a high fastball away from him, well out of the strike zone, and that's been Bryce's problem so far this year. A lot of trouble being disciplined on those high fastballs.
Easy to see, but tough to hit, as we always say. And for Avery, he can see those pitches, I'm sure, better than any other.
Here's the pitch. Avery, dribbler to the first baseman. He fields it, and he'll beat Bryce to the bag. And that's the first out of the inning. Got the same job done as the sacrifice, though, as Doyle Baker ends up down at second base. Vickery did a good job of fielding that ball and racing Avery to the bag.
I'll tell you this, Bill, Avery helped himself there. That was a curveball that was low and inside, almost out of the strike zone, and Avery did very well to keep his head down and make contact with that ball, and it moves the runner into scoring position.
It looks like an out in the scorebook, but it's actually a big play as far as advancing the runner over as the Rams end up, do indeed, getting this runner across. We have seen several wild pitches and the like, and getting that runner to second base kind of opens things up now. Matt Easterday with a big hold to shoot for it through the right side. Here's the 1-0 to Matt, and that's inside, ball 2. Easterday having a big day so far. He's had 2 base hits and played well in the field. The entire Ram team has looked good with the leather. 2-0, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Easterday. Breaking ball, catches the corner. That was a good pitch. 2-1 the count.
Going back to Avery, if he strikes out there, you've got a much different situation here. The runner is at first with 1 out, but with the runner in scoring position, the top of the order can help drive him home and extend the lead here.
Easterday with a shot, and that's a base hit, and here comes Baker. He rounds third, and they're going to hold him up. A good, strong throw by the right fielder. Easterday with his 3rd base hit of the game. Caleb Smith came in, made a good play, and did what he was supposed to do, hit the cutoff man, Matt Vickery, with a good, strong throw. I was kind of surprised the coach didn't send him, though, but he's seen these Parkview Panther outfielders during warm-ups, and they all have strong arms and accurate arms, and they do what they're supposed to do in hitting the cutoff man.
Yeah, Smith in right field made a tremendous play there, and Brassfield was smart to hold Baker because he probably would not have scored. Easterday is now 4 of his last 6.
Ryan Moon to the dish. First pitch, high for a ball. Matt Easterday told us that he was coming around with the bat. If we missed him at Troop, and he said that's when he started hitting well again, and he was right. He found the bat again. 1-0 to Moon. Easterday off first. Baker from third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive to center field. That should be deep enough. Baker back. He tags, and he's not going. As the throw by Keppinger is a good one. Baker did something probably not real good. He broke as soon as the ball was hit and had to scurry back, was not in good running position.
I'll tell you why he broke, and why, at least why I think he broke immediately. Off the bat, that sounded like a much better hit than it turned out to be. In fact, I think you were probably thinking yourself that that was going to be much deeper than the ball ended up. That ball died in center field, and it not only did it cost the Rams in a run, but everybody thought that that ball was going to be a tremendous amount deeper. And of course, you don't want to test Billy Keppinger from a distance that shallow, but from the crack of the bat, that sounded like a terrific fly ball.
And he did cut loose with a good strong throw, so maybe it is better that Doyle wasn't tagged, because he may have sent him and it could have been a bad situation.
Boone's fly ball to center field in the third, I thought you might want to know about this, broke a string of 12 consecutive plate appearances in which he had reached base. He was going for Ryan Allen's big record from last year, and 12 straight for Ryan Boone was broken with that pop fly, and then he had a sacrifice in the fifth and another fly out here.
Even higher steps to the plate. Here's the pitch. Next swing on the pitch up high. 1 ball, no strike. Steven has a walk to his credit, a strikeout on the ground, and he'd like to join the hit parade here. And if he could do so, that would bring in 1 run. Rams with runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike called, and Steven caught looking at a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
Would have been a terrific pitch to hit, but he was waiting to see what would happen if Roche would get behind 2-0 or continue to throw him a strike as he did there.
1-1 the count. Easterday with a short lead. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it hit him. It hit him. He'll take a stroll down to first base. Fastball right down in at his shins, and Steven tried to dance out of the way, and it wasn't able to do it as it hit him.
Roche was trying to spot a location there. Certainly that was not intentional, because the last thing you want to do is to try to load the bases to bring up a man who's hit a 3-run homer earlier in this game. So for Roche, certainly not intentional, just trying to spot the inside corner. A lot of these Parkview pitchers like to pitch inside. It's the way you get people out.
Luke Allen could really help himself here as he bats with 2 outs. Pitch way high for a ball. Now, if Luke can be patient and take 4 wide ones, that's a free RBI. That doesn't get much easier than that unless you take one in the wallet, but that counts as an RBI, too. Roche readies. 1-0. The pitch to Allen. Way outside. Ball 2. That one was even too far outside for the neighborhood.
And Allen has walked with the bases loaded just a couple of games ago, so you know he is capable of taking pitches in that situation.
Backs are jammed. Here's the pitch to Luke. Swing and a shot, and that ball is a base hit. 1 run will score. Easterday didn't get a good jump off of second base, probably not paying attention to the number of outs. He should have been a little farther down towards third. Coach Brassfield talking to him about it. But Luke Allen sat on a fastball and just drilled it to right field.
Good hit from Allen, and for the Newton Rams, that is 6 hits in this inning, 5 singles, and of course the big shot off of Lane Floyd's bat. And the Rams have batted around. Middlebrook started this inning with a single and came around to score earlier here in the 6th.
Rams now on top, 8-0. Kind of a shocker, Kevin Holden. Nothing what we expected.
Would not have expected this from Parkview High School.
Chris Middlebrook swinging a hot bat today. Bases Roche. The bases are loaded. Throw to first. Back in time is Luke Allen. Kind of a dangerous play to me, throwing to first with the bases loaded, because if the ball gets away, 1 run scores, and maybe 2 if the runner on second is paying attention.
And of course, Parkview is thinking that Luke Allen may have taken a big lead there.
And Middlebrooks takes an off-speed pitch and a beauty for a strike call, as he was kind of didn't know what to do, and it floated across the plate for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left field, but this one's going to stay in the yard. Left fielder underneath it, Brian Gilbreth, and he squeezes it for the out. And that's going to do it for the Rams. But they score 4 more runs on 6 base hits. There were no Parkview errors and 3 runners left on for the Rams. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Newton Rams on top, 8-0. This is exciting Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. And you know who it's brought to you by, those fine folks down at East Metro. That's Joe and Bert and Brenda and some of the other ones, and maybe Ernie.
All the Sesame Street characters, Bill.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch hedge shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A garden weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square in Covington.
If you're age 60 or better, Newton Federal has created benefits especially for you. Our Now Interest checking account pays current market interest on your entire checking balance, not just part of it, if you maintain a $100 balance. And we offer it to our 60-plus customers with no minimum balance requirements and no monthly maintenance fees. Talk with us today at Newton Federal Savings and Loan, FDIC insured. After all, you deserve the best.
Welcome back. Field as we can zip along despite the fact that the Rams sent 10 men to the plate in the top of the sixth. This game less than an hour and a half old. It's 8-0. Rams lead the Parkview Panthers. Back with hopefully more good news. Bill Dolan.
Thank you very much, Kevin Holden. Newton Rams playing long ball, base hits, doing everything right, playing well in the field. Luke Allen pitching a masterpiece, only 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit batsman. Let's hope he can keep it up. He faces here in the bottom of the sixth, the top of the order, Jeff Keppinger to lead it off, followed by Ben Carter and then Billy Keppinger. Breaking ball and a beauty for a strike call. Luke really working the curveball well.
First pitch strike with another curve there from Allen.
Jeff Keppinger walked. There's a ground ball. Doyle Baker up. Long throw to first, and a good job of digging by Stephen Hires. 1 down quickly in the bottom of the sixth.
Well, Stephen Hires at first base has been another very steady defensive player out there, and he's had to make a couple of scoops this year and has done a good job.
Ben Carter steps up to the plate now. He grounded into the 4-6-3 twin killing his first at bat, and then ripped the base hit up the middle his last time. Luke Allen brings the first one home to Carter, and it's a fastball right down central, strike 1. Luke with his side brings the next one. Here it is, fastball a little bit outside. 1-1 to count now, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. The Rams on top, 8-0. Here's the 1-1 to Carter. Breaking ball. Just fails to catch that outside part of the plate.
The pitch may have been a little bit high because that pitch broke at the last second as it was crossing home plate.
2-1 the count now to Ben Carter. Here's the pitch. That ball seemed to tail away from the right hand or the left-handed hitter and outside the strike zone. That makes the count now 3-1. Carter, the second baseman for the Panthers, looks for something to hit. Here's Luke's pitch, and that ball's popped up right back here. Get the net, Kevin. And it's right on top, as you might have heard it hit up on top. But we were going to have a chance there.
Very close. We haven't had many chances at home this year, and on the road, we normally are not in good position to catch one. We might have been there.
Ben Carter bats 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Luke. Swing and a foul down the left field line. We'll do it again.
And Luke Allen has just made an adjustment here against Ben Carter, Bill. He missed with 3 straight pitches outside, and the problem was he wasn't opening up far enough in his delivery. So he's toned the delivery down just a notch so that he can throw the ball back over the plate.
Swinging a dribbler down the third base line. Ben Carter doing a good job of battling Luke Allen. He's fouled off some tough pitches. Allen doing a good job of keeping the ball around the strike zone. The count is full. 3-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Rams via 3 home runs lead at 8-0. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Here's a shock for you, Bill. Allen's first strikeout. We're here with 2 outs in the sixth inning, and Luke Allen, as we mentioned, has been a pitcher much more than a thrower here. He has not walked a man since the first batter of the game, and that's his first strikeout.
That pitch, something I haven't seen Luke do too much of, looked like a straight change. Just a straight change, and it really fooled the batter bad. Here's the first pitch to Billy Keppinger, and breaking ball must have been a little bit low. 1-0 the count. 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's the pitch. Fastball just off the outside part of the plate. 2-0. And I'll tell you, it's nice seeing the bases empty with Billy Keppinger up to the plate.
Anytime Billy Keppinger's up and the bases are empty, the Rams have got to thank their lucky stars for that. And credit Luke Allen with some good pitching. The first two men here in the sixth to make the bases empty, and Keppinger comes up.
Here comes the 2-0 from Luke. Oh, almost hit him with the breaking ball down and in, and that makes the count now 3-0. Now, just after you talked about it, he's in danger of walking only his second hitter of the game. 3-0. Luke working quickly, brings it home. And Chris Middlebrooks asked the umpire what was wrong with it. I was waiting for a hand to go up. Evidently, something we couldn't see from here. And that's ball 4. So only the second free pass, and actually you probably don't mind giving one up to Billy Keppinger.
If you're going to walk anyone at this stage of the game, it's got to be Billy Keppinger because he's one that could put something on the scoreboard. For Luke Allen, his important thing here, up by 8 with a couple innings left, is just to throw strikes and work quickly and let his defense take care of the rest. He's been doing it throughout the game, so I don't think much would change here.
And that's going to bring the third baseman, Ryan Ledden, to play. Ledden grounded out to Doyle Baker his first time, and then I believe that was the strange fielder's choice. His second at bat as he hit a little looping pop fly that Ryan Moon dropped, but was able to get the force out as Billy Keppinger was unable to advance on the pop-up. Maybe the longest delay we've had in the game yet. I think the pitching change went quicker than this. Luke looks over at Keppinger, leading away from first. Snap throw, he's back in, standing up.
That wasn't Allen's best move, but it was a strong throw to first base, and he's letting Billy Keppinger know that thinking about him over there. There's the snap throw, one of his better moves.
And Keppinger, a little lackadaisical in getting back. That was close. Luke checks the runner. Here's the pitch, and it's the fastball just a little bit low. Luke isn't missing by much, Kevin, when he's missing.
No, in fact, that's a good sign, because if he's missing a few inches inside, outside, or low, it shows he's not really getting wild. As the throw gets away here from Hires, and that throw was into the runner, Bill, allowing the man to move up. And just as we talk about the control and him not being very wild, throws one right into the runner.
And unfortunately, that'll be the first error on the Rams, but mark it against Luke Allen on the throw. Stephen Hires didn't have a chance to come up with it. And basically, with an 8-0 lead, I think you can get too wrapped up in the runner. Let's worry about the hitter and get out of the inning.
And Middlebrooks is out having a conference with Luke Allen right now, and you've got to know that he's saying something probably along those lines.
And in fact, Chris, with a little bit of a smile on his face, he comes back. Chris does a good job of handling the pitchers. Got that leadership. Really stepped up that role as the senior leader. Allen 1-0. Brings it home. Bang, and a miss. Ryan Ledden went down for the low heat. Came up empty.
Allen is keeping the ball down. That's another good sign because, as you know, Bill, batters could lose a couple off of high fastball.
Here's the 1-1. Swing, and that ball is popped up. Short right field. Ryan Moon out underneath. Squeezes it. That'll do it. And the Panthers come up empty once again. For the Parkview Panthers, they had no runs. There was no hit. There was one Ram error and one runner left on base. We head now to the top of the 7th inning. Doesn't seem possible, Kevin Holden. Top of the 7th inning. Newton on top by a score of 8-0. This is exciting Newton Ram baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Communications.
The Bank of Covington offers full-service banking and convenient locations, and you can find what you want in a checking account, savings plan, simple interest loan, and 24-hour automatic banking that gives you access to over 8,000 ATMs throughout the Southeast and the USA. Just what you would expect from a leading financial institution. The Bank of Covington, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing. Termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
High school, Rams lead at 8-0 and trying to close this one out. They'll have one more chance at that, and here to take you through it, Bill Dolan. We also have a pitching change.
Thank you very much, Kevin Holden. The third baseman, Ryan Ledden, comes in, and he'll be pitching now for the Panthers in the seventh. And Brad Dennis comes in, and he'll be playing third base. The Rams trying to add some more runs in the seventh inning. We'll send up Richie Cleary, Lane Floyd, and Doyle Baker. Richie having a good day today with a couple of hits, and he was robbed his first time up, so he could be 3 for 3. And Lane Floyd, of course, with a home run his last at bat. First pitch to Richie, fastball high and away, 1 ball, no strike.
So Cleary has the chance to face the man who robbed him of a hit his first time up, Ryan Ledden.
Here's the pitch to Richie, and that's the fastball low and away. Well, Kevin, during warm-ups, I didn't see him throw any breaking balls or off-speed pitches, so Richie Cleary can probably look fastball. Here's the 2-0, and it's the fastball. Kind of a cut fastball, seemed to tail back in over the outside part. 2-1 the count now as that caught the corner for a strike. Working very quickly. Here's the pitch to Richie. Swinging a long one. Going back at the track, at the wall. Adios, Richie Cleary. Another home run for the Rams.
And the leadoff man goes yard for the second time in this game, Bill Dolan. Richie Cleary got the fastball to his liking, and Ryan Ledden is one of those pitchers who'll come straight at you with the heat, and you know Richie Cleary was excited to see that with his penchant for hitting the fastball. Hit it hard and hit it far.
One of those high towering drives again. Took forever to get out of here, but the Rams making me look pretty good today, Kevin. Several of my prognostications have come through. Thank you very much, Newton Rams. Richie Cleary did get the fastball right down central, and he delivered it to a point somewhere in another part of, not in the field.
Cleary driving it deep to left center, and we've got a little bit of a delay here. Lane Floyd goes back to the first base dugout. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. It'll be Brandon Smith who comes out to hit here for Floyd.
And Lane Floyd with a home run last time, he's rewarded with a sit down on the bench now. But I think the coach wanted to get a few more players in. Always important to get some of these players some hitting time in the sub-region play.
And for Brandon Smith, he is a person whose value is really underrated, I think, by a lot of people. You're talking about someone who is solid up the middle, who can come in and pinch run or pinch hit, and you don't lose anything when either Easterday or Ryan Moon has to come in to pitch.
First pitch, strike called on the outside part of the plate. Brandon Smith can also play some third base, too. He's really a true utility man out there. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch to Smitty, down in the dirt. That evens the count at 1-1.
And Doyle Baker hasn't done a lot of pitching, but in case they need him later on, they could put Smith in to play third.
1-1. Here's the pitch. That's down low. 2-1 the count now. Brandon Smith has shown a pretty good eye for the strike zone. I think he's still looking for his first hit of the year, though.
He is. He's 0 for 5.
And there's a pitch. It's about 8 inches off the outside part of the plate. The umpire decided that was a little too far for this neighborhood. 3-1 the count now. Here comes the pitch to Smitty. Check swing, but it's a strike called on the outside part of the plate. This Ryan Ledden does throw hard, but wasn't hard enough to overmatch Richie Cleary. Ran two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at the high heat. Smitty came up empty.
So a strikeout for him, and in 6 at-bats now, he's struck out 5 times. So Smith is having a little trouble with the pitching, but his on-base average has been good. He's drawn a couple of bases on balls, and that's helped him out, too. And we're going to see another pinch hitter that looks like Shane Ballard, who is coming out for Baker. That's who it is.
Right. I saw Doyle go back to and put his bat back in the back rack, and Shane Ballard is coming out to hit. Now he's going back to the dugout. Forgot his batting glove. Come on, Shane, when you get a chance to bat, you got to be ready.
Ballard has probably spent, well, let's see, the last time that he hit was early on in sub-region play. He came in just very briefly in a game that the Rams were blowing out the Rockdale Bulldogs just for a little while, and that's been a while. That's been a little more than a week, and for Ballard, he doesn't get many chances up there, so he'll have to be more prepared.
1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Shane Ballard hit. And Ledden brings it home, and that's kind of the first off-speed pitch it appears that he's thrown. But this is tough for these guys coming off the bench. Ryan Ledden in there, who throws hard, not probably one of the regular pitchers, and doesn't appear to have the bit of control as some of the other pitchers have had either.
This is there with the fastball low, so he's behind 2-0 to Ballard, and it's tough to come off the bench to see speed like this.
And Shane tried to protect himself there. That pitch riding in on his hands. I think he was trying to get out of the way and actually fouled the ball off.
That pitch was probably a few inches off the hands, and that was an excuse-me swing in self-defense.
Here's the 2-1. Shane overmatched. High heat, 2-2.
Ballard.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I'm sorry, Bill. Ballard is another one who has struggled at the plate in the few chances he has had. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and if you include the game against Rockdale, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Here comes the 2-2. Able to hang on to it, so Shane will get another pitch to look at.
Ballard has earned the right to see another fastball from Ryan Letton.
Ran to the count. 1 out. Here's the pitch. And Shane Ballard with a base on balls. He trots down to first base. Maybe not an area he's familiar with on the varsity level, but...
Well, he has made it down there here, and there had been no on-deck hitter the entire time he was up, so you've got to figure that Bryce Avery will be pinch hit for, and it's Jason Lunsford who gets the duty here.
And Jason, the ace of the pitching staff this year, comes to the plate. Kind of funny, when he's pitching, he doesn't hit, and when he's not pitching, he bad.
Occasionally gets the chance to pinch hit.
Yes. Jason, of course, was the leading hitter last year on the Rams team with an even 500 batting average.
That's right, all of 1 hit and all of 2 trips to the plate. Lunsford, so far this year, has been to the plate, as we're looking at it right here, a combined total of 3 times, and been pretty easy for him, a strikeout, a walk, and a ground out.
Here's the pitch to Jason, and that's down in the dirt, and Shane Ballard thought about going as the ball kicked away very slowly, jogging back in, and Scott Carlson almost picked him off down there.
Now, Ballard was a little bit lazy getting back to the first base bag and nearly paid for it there.
Here's the 1-0, and Jason drills it to center field, but it looks like Billy Keppinger's got a beat on it, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Jason timed that fastball pretty well and got good aluminum on it.
Well, Lunsford is one of those that'll be needed in the future for the Newton Rams, and got a hold of one there, and has a little something to tell his friends about, saying that he hit a deep pop fly. He had the chance to contribute in a 9-0 game. That's what he can tell his friends.
And here comes Britt Bass to the plate. Britt saw a lot of action early on as a designated hitter, struggled the last couple outings, and he'll get a chance to hit here against Parkview. Coach Brassfield emptying his bench, letting everyone get a swing in there.
Bass coming into this week was hitting 071, and I think that average has dipped a little bit. That's why we didn't see him as the DH against the left-hander to start this game, but he'll get a chance to hit. And not only is it not against the lefty, it's against a hard-throwing right-hander, and when you're struggling at the plate, that's not the type of pitcher you want to see.
And time is now called. Well, the umpire dropped his pen, so he had to pick it up.
Lots of changes, so he'll need that pen.
2 outs here. Here's the pitch, and that's blowing away for ball 1 to Britt Bass. Shane Ballard gets his lead at first. Britt Bass waits for one. Here's a pitch, swinging, and a dribbler to the first base side. First baseman up over to Ledden, and that'll retire the Rams in the 7th inning. For the Newton Rams, they had no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 walk, 1 left. Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. I missed Richie's home run. We did have 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base with a walk. We head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score is now 9-0. Newton leading Parkview. And you're listening to Newton Ram Baseball, where you always do, right here on WGFS AM 1430. And it's made possible by the fine folks at East Metro Communications.
The Toro Wheel Horse XL Series lawn tractors have a lot of big features, and one small one, the price. For as little as $1,499 at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, you could be driving one this season. These Toro Wheel Horse lawn tractors are available with tilt steering, step-through design, and recycler mowing decks. Some have shiftless hydrostatic drive transmissions, and Toro Wheel Horse stands behind these tractors with their 2-year total coverage guarantee. Get the details at Coast to Coast Home and Auto today. Has there ever been a better time to buy a Toro Wheel Horse tractor or riding mower? Here at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, we say the answer is no. Why? Because right now, qualified buyers can purchase any Toro riding mower or tractor with no money down, no payments, and no interest until October 1st, 1996. Take advantage of our special limited time offer at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, where we have a complete line of Toro wheel horse riding mowers. No money down, no payments, and no interest till next October. But hurry, this offer ends May 31st.
Welcome back to Kintner Field at Parkview High School, where your current score is 9-0 in favor of the Rams, 3 outs away from staying undefeated in the sub-region, going to 5-0 and 13-3 overall. Bill Dolan brings you the play-by-play action.
Thank you very much, Kevin Holden. And looks like we've got a pinch hitter here for the Parkview Panthers.
That's Matt Pointer, who is pinch hitting for Caleb Smith.
He ran earlier, I think, as one of the courtesy runners.
He did. He was running for Todd Carlson, and here he's going to get the chance to pinch hit. When you're used as a courtesy runner, you can re-enter the game. That is just as a runner for the catcher, and the eligibility of the player isn't used up, and the catcher or pitcher can re-enter the game at any time.
The Newton Rams have not made any changes defensively. They emptied the bench to in the last at bat to let everyone get a chance to swing, but they are still the same defensively. Hires at first, Moon at second. Easterday's the shortstop, Baker at third. Bryce Avery in left, Jarvis in center, and Ritchie in right. Here's the first pitch, and it's a fastball outside from Luke Allen to Pointer. Matt Pointer. Okay. Here's the 1-0. Swinging the ball is towards left field. Bryce Avery comes in, and he comes up. Does he have it? And the umpire calls him out. Bryce Avery with a diving catch. He did not come up right away showing ball, and it took a little while for the umpire to be able to make the call, but two pitches, one out.
Yeah, Avery, I think, had a little trouble judging that as it came in, but credit him with at least staying with it to make the play. And we've got another pinch hitter here for the Parkview Panthers. Pinch hitting for Buras is Brad Dennis, who was entered as the third baseman when Led came in to pitch.
Here's the first pitch, and fouled right back at us. No balls and 1 strike. Rams now 2 outs away from another win in the sub-region. Brad Dennis looks for one from Luke Allen. Here it comes. Breaking ball. And just a little bit low and away. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Allen works quickly. Here it comes. Fastball all the way back to the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Allen just trying to throw the fastball for strikes here and just overthrew that pitch. And again, Bill did not open the front part of his body far enough to throw the ball over the plate.
Here comes the 2-1. Swinging the ball, hit the center field. Jarvis Johnson is there. 2 outs. Rams only need 1 more out. About to have their 3rd shutout of the season. The Ram pitching staff, I don't believe they had that many shutouts all of last year, did they, Kev?
We can check it out real quick. We are the stat-oriented. They had 2 team shutouts last year, so they would break that here. They were a 20-7 team last year, and it would go to 13-3 with the win here.
Matt Vickery, the big first baseman for the Panthers, steps up. He's the last hope. Allen working on a 2-hit shutout. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, just a little bit high. 1 ball and no strike.
And this, of course, we don't have to tell you, will give tremendous momentum to the Rams as they will go through the sub-region a second time after Friday.
Here's the pitch. Swing! And they asked for an appeal from the first base umpire. Yes, he went around. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Vickery tried to check his swing, and he turned his whole body around, and the first base umpire raised the hand for a strike. Here's the 1-1 from Allen. Breaking ball, and it hits him in the wallet. He'll stroll down to first base.
And you know, he didn't make a terrific attempt to get out of the way of that pitch. In fact, kind of fell into it just a little bit for it to hit him, but it was a slow curveball that started behind him, and they could probably use that as an argument that he was going in the opposite direction.
And that brings the catcher, Todd Carlson, to the plate. 2 outs for the Rams. That's the second batter Luke has hit today, both of them on slow curveballs.
And both of them Matt Vickery, Bill.
So he knew the first one didn't hurt, so I guess he didn't worry too much about this one. Allen from the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strike. Rams 1 out away from another victory. Chance to go 13-3 on the season. 4-0 in the sub. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike called on the inside corner. 1-1 to count. Luke Allen trying to finish it off. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball low and away. Good stop by Middlebrooks as he dives out and keeps it in front of him. Vickery scurries back to first.
Tomorrow, or Friday rather, Bill, you can expect to see Jason Lunsford go against the Burkbar Patriots. That's at Riverside Park at 5 o'clock. Don't miss that.
Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's popped up, straight up in the air. Doyle Baker calls for it, and that's a winner. That's the winner. The Rams on top 9-0 and go 4-0 in the sub-region.
Bill Dolan, a tremendous affair here from Parkview High School, and Luke Allen with a tremendous pitching performance, giving up only the 2 singles to the Parkview Panthers. Who would have thunk it?
Certainly not I, Kevin Holden. We expected a tight battle like it is always fought between the Rams and the Panthers. The Rams came out and played long ball today. Their finest showing with the long ball. What, they hit 5 today?
They hit Luke Allen, Chris Middlebrooks, Richie Cleary, and Lane Floyd. The 4, 5, 6, and 7 spots all went out of the yard. 4 homers.
And none of them were cheap.
No, not at all.
The Rams had the hitting shoes on. They pounded out a lot of hits. They kept the ball in play, and a great defensive effort, too. The only error in the game was on a throw over to first base on a pickoff play. We'll be back with all the totals and highlights and the WGFS player of the game in just a moment. You've been listening to Newton Ram Baseball live on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by the fine folks at East Metro Communications.
East Metro Paging is your hometown paging company, offering quality Motorola pagers and coverage options ranging from Metro to nationwide. East Metro handles their billing and repairs in-house. That means if you have a problem with your pager, you're not passed off to someone else. East Metro Paging offers their customers free of charge a loaner pager if their unit should need repairs. And if you're considering a pager, or if you're interested in moving your pager service to a dealer that specializes in communications, call East Metro Paging, 786-6796. You can also visit their store at 7115 Highway 278, a quarter-mile east of Newton General in Covington. East Metro Paging is a division of East Metro Communications Incorporated, this area's oldest communications dealer.
Bulldog Tire Company is your complete car care center. They take off tires, wheels, have wheel alignment, tune-ups, brake service, road and farm service, radiator repair, wrecker service, and much more. That's Bulldog Tire Company. Talk to owner Tommy Coker at 787-6030, 787-6030. Bulldog Tire Company, 4108 Elm Street in Covington. Bulldog Tire Company.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch head shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A Garden Weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square in Covington.
At Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, we've got you covered with vinyl, wallpaper, carpet, wood, parquet, VCT tile, interior design service, carpet cleaning service, and blinds. They're the largest and most complete carpet store serving Newton, Rockdale, and Morgan counties, Lake Oconee, and surrounding areas. They specialize in residential and commercial flooring. Their professional carpet consultants and interior designer will bring samples to your home, take measurements, and quote you a price all in one visit. Call them, Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, 786-9245, 786-9245, or in Madison, 342-3869, 342-3869. Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies.
Aside from choosing the right home, it's important to choose the right mortgage loan. At Newton Federal Savings and Loan, we're putting today's low rates together with prompt hometown service in offering special construction perm loans with one-time closing, conventional and balloon mortgages, and more. And servicing of your loan remains right here, too. Newton Federal Savings and Loan, 3175 Highway 278, Covington. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing. Termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
The best money manager around is a checking account from the Bank of Covington. It's easy to keep track of your income and all your expenses with your checkbook and the detailed monthly statements we send you. It lets you see where you might save money, and it really helps in balancing your budget. If you're not already enjoying such financial assistance, learn all the advantages of a personal checking account at one of the convenient Bank of Covington locations. The Bank of Covington, member FDIC.
When you're looking for a garden tractor, you want one that won't back away from the big jobs. You want a Toro wheel horse garden tractor from Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Here's one tractor that's not afraid to get dirty. And with an available 20 horsepower Toro Power Plus engine, it can mow, till, plow, even remove snow without breaking a sweat. But don't take our word for it. See the complete line of Toro wheel horse garden tractors today at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. We think you'll agree they look great in red, but they're even better in earth tones. At Coast to Coast Home and Auto, we'd like to give you some powerful reasons to go get a Toro wheel horse lawn tractor, like an available 16 horsepower Vanguard overhead valve engine, or the largest mowing deck available on any lawn tractor, and a choice between a fully automatic hydrostatic transmission and a shift-on-the-go 5-speed. See one for yourself at Coast to Coast Home and Auto today. We have a full line of Toro wheel horse lawn tractors to choose from, and you'll learn that with so many high-performance features, you can make quick work of almost any job. There are some who say you can't.
Field, we're in Lilburn, Georgia, Parkview High School. Good news for the Newton Ram fans. In fact, to be honest with you, kind of shocking news. You don't expect this kind of game here, but it's exactly what happened. The Rams with the blowout at Parkview. They beat the Panthers 9-0. Bill Dolan brings you your final totals. Bill, what an affair here.
Absolutely, Kevin Holden. The Rams scored 3 in the first inning, and they were never challenged after that. Quite a game from the Newton Rams. Probably by far the best game we've seen them play, offensively, defensively, and on the pitching end. The Parkview Panthers did not score a run, had only 2 base hits. They did not commit any errors and had 5 runners left on base. Rams did turn a double play. The Panthers had 2 batters walked and also 2 batters hit. For the Newton Rams, though, 9 runs, 13 hits, 1 very minor, uncostly error on a pickoff play, and 7 runners left on base. 4 Newton Rams left the yard. 4 of them. Luke Allen, Richie Cleary, Lane Floyd, and Chris Middlebrooks with a towering drive over the scoreboard in the 4th. The Rams scored and scored often and came away with a fine effort in a 9-0 shutout. Kevin Holden, as we look at the scorebook, not real hard to determine who our player of the game is.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. This game was established momentum-wise and tone-wise in the first inning. Matt Easterday singled. Ryan Moon was hit by a pitch. A ground out from Hires moved up the runners. Then Luke Allen came to the plate with 2 on, facing a left-hander, lefty versus lefty. Staying in against him, you know he had trouble with the left-handers quite a bit last year, and he had improved on it. In fact, he improved so much, he took one probably 360 feet or so to center field, the left field side, just barely of center field. It was a home run, and a 3-run shot gave the Rams the lead. That was all he would need. Now, he had 1 other hit in the game, but his pitching performance is what gives him the WGFS player of the game for this one. In 7 innings, he allowed 2 singles, no extra base hits, walked 2, struck out 1. A tremendous performance from Luke Allen, and you've got to know that the Rams are very happy to get a complete game against Parkview and a win out of him. They can save the arms now for Friday against Berkmar. And Richie Cleary and Luke Allen with back-to-back complete games. And our WGFS player of the game, oh, by the way, besides receiving the certificate stating that they are the player of the game, now will also receive a free medium pizza from Domino's Pizza, who have been very happy and gracious enough to give us some certificates to give to our players of the game. So they'll be very happy to be eating some pizza, a little extra reason, Bill, for the good performance. And Luke Allen will be one of our first recipients.
Luke Allen probably showing us his best curveball of the season. Had a little problem with the fastball, but made the curveball work for him. And some key people, the Keppinger brothers, combined 0 for 4. Each of them walked one, and the middle of the order, no damage to them.
0 for 8 out of the 3, 4, and 5 spots in the batting order. And that's the way Luke Allen retired this team. Let them hit the ball and let the defense do the rest of the work. And when the Rams make only one error, that being Allen on a pickoff throw, when you hit the ball, let the defense do the work, and the defense does the work, you should win the game. I would have been shocked had you told me at 5 o'clock this afternoon that in an hour and 50 minutes or so, the Rams would score 9 runs and hold Parkview to 2 hits and no runs.
Just a total all-around effort, and to me, the best game the Rams have played this year.
9-0, they pick up the win thanks to 4 long balls here, and they beat the Parkview Panthers. Well, good news here. Hopefully we'll continue the good news Friday. The Rams take on the Berkmar Patriots this coming Friday from Riverside Park at 5 o'clock. If you would like to see your Rams try to go to 6-0 and go through the sub-region undefeated the first time around, they take on each of their sub-region opponents twice. You'd like to see them go through the first time undefeated? Be there. Friday, 5 o'clock, Rams facing the Berkmar Patriots. Well, we're going to wrap things up here from Panther Field at Parkview High School. Good news for all the Newton Ram fans here as the Rams pick up the 9-run win, and we want to thank our executive producer, Todd Q. Chapman, for being with us throughout, and for Todd and for Bill Dolan and the cast of thousands from Panther Field here at Parkview High School. Kevin Holden reporting your final 9-0. The Rams win. We go to Braves baseball.